Who's your favorite character, by the way?
Like in what?
In JJK, in JJK.
Well, I have like a Gojo shelf
Okay, I thought it
that
was.
I can pull after. Yeah.
I saw.
Oh, by the way, I literally have like random Gojo memorabilia.
Let's go. Oh my, is that? Yep. I know the exact figure.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And then what's funny? So like even my Japanese teacher knows I'm like so obsessed with him. So she gave me this. I'm like, oh, thank you.
She knows. That's how you know you've made it. And she's like, friend, though. She knows.
Yeah. All
so
my Japanese friends are like, oh my god, you go do something. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, that's so endearing.
Oh, also, dude, like, it's pretty funny. So like, her son knows that I like was obsessed with Gojo. Or, like, I guess still am. And even he was like, "Oh no, Jujutsu Kaisen's ending. What's Wendy gonna do?" I'm like,
yeah, what are you gonna do in your life?
I know.
I think we're in like a husbando shortage right now. I think the market is we're in high demand for a new surfer to Gojo's reign, right?
Okay, so like an off slash aside thing. Oh, we do have a request for personal 500, but before that, this is my personal question / request. Not like personal question, but like from me. Are you familiar with this game called Love and Deepspace?
Christina's gonna be in the comments right now. She knows. One of my closest friends from cosplay. Like gunning for it. We're discussing it, right? I can't wait till she pops up too.
Oh, you discussed it. Wonderful.
The amount of I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Okay, what am I gonna say?
It's Sylus, isn't it? It's Sylus. There was never any.
Okay, proceed.
Christina Windet, like. Right, one of my OG cosplay friends too. We've been.
Christina.
I'm like dead. Like it's.
Yeah, literally.
It all comes back to Sylus. Well, let's get the question.
But okay, yeah. So, what were you discussing about Love and Deepspace? What about? Okay, so funny enough, though, Sylus is not my number one. It's Zane.
Okay.
And I also happen to have a Zane card. But I literally just have my husbandos like on my desk, random. But yeah, I'm like,
impressive.
Thank you. So this is like my number 2. But so, what were you discussing about Love and Deepspace? Like that you should just cosplay it or what?
So okay, yeah. I would say of every character requested amongst anything for the past like half a year. Number
half a year.
Whenever he came out. I don't know. It's people just online. You should cosplay Sylus. It's Sylus. Sylus number like, I love his aesthetic. Yeah. I do think Love and Deepspace is in desperate need of like a dude with a wolf cut. Perhaps I think that would be a little sexy. I think we're getting a lot of short-haired characters. I'd like to see a main or two, but I thought his dragon look might have something majestic.
Dude, me too. I like how you're that deep into it and you somehow still sort of don't know it. Like, you know enough where you're like, yeah, he's a dragon.
Oh, yeah, no. My friends send me everything. I will say I will probably cosplay Sylus because I like his look and my friends are begging me and I think it'd be fun. I think the Love and Deepspace, like, I think it's a fantastic fandom. I think you guys crack me up. It's just, I would say, I would do is it called like Way of the Wanderer? I wouldn't do the dragon look. I would do the Wanderer look. I think it's more of like a traditional look. I think it looks a lot cleaner. Or I don't know. I would do it. We'll see. We can discuss. But I don't love the dragon look. Whatever the Wanderer look is called. Grassland. Yeah. The open chested one. Yeah. I'm a sucker for asymmetry in designs. So yeah, I think that would be my pick.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, let us know when you expect it to drop.
SummerCon. I would say maybe Anime NYC would be the move. Yeah.
Damn. And we even got a timeline. Okay, let me just hold on. Let me make sure our IG is still live. Oh, oopsie. Sorry, IG people. I like keep moving.
Yeah, Sylus is gonna happen. I can't even deny it. It's like a matter of time at this point. I can't escape Sylus.
Yeah, you kind of can't. Especially because he's, I call it Gojo adjacent.
Yeah.
Is it
Love
Fast
Light.
Pace? All right, there we go. Okay, so I did see, I think one was 500. Yeah, personal 500. Let's go. You. Oh shoot. Tell us about the love of your life, Zorro.
Oh my
How did you
god.
meet and how did you decide on the name?
Oh my god. Okay. I love that. Like
I
that's like. I wish he were here right now, but he's currently hiding behind the washing and dryer machine. Like it's. He was with me.
know.
He's.
Hider?
What's that?
Is he a hider normally? Or just when there's dogs?
When the dogs are here. So my brother and sister-in-law are over for the holidays, and they brought their dogs, and he's terrified. He's very attached to the hip. Like we're undeniably like we're. I know we do this a lot, but like we are one and two. It's Yeah, so Zorro, and yeah, he's not he is spelled like that, right? He's named after the masked bandit. He's not, and also one of my rings is a fox. It's Spanish for Zorro, but or sorry, Spanish for fox is Zorro. But he came into my life. We actually rescued him off of a busy street, like like cars were going over him. He was abandoned by his mother when he was just a couple of days old, and I'll never forget it. It was like June 20th, 2011. My mom comes back. Home from school. She's like hysterically crying. Immediately goes to the bathroom, and I see this like I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Whatever. We open the door. This black blob, like the size of her palm, really like that small. Nursing it, right? Eye drops, whatever. We're bringing him back to life. Basically, he had a severe, like just some respiratory infection at the time. So believe it or not, for most of his life, he couldn't really meow. He kind of just opened his mouth and nothing would come out. Now he's a bit of a yeller, but yeah, we nursed him back, and I was in sort of a rougher patch of my life at the time, so I loved like giving him life and thus like giving myself life. Like it was definitely like we were very codependent, and as a result, even though I was like going away to college at the time, I came back a lot, and I was like making sure that I was like bonding with him, right? So um, yeah, it's Zoro and I have been like really one and two since the day we met. Like I'm undeniably the favorite. He's like my child, honestly. But he's definitely a bit more timid around people. It's just oh my god, Cherry. Hi. Also, call me Cherry, by the
Very
way.
awesome.
MVP. Oh, standing next to
Loved
me,
her.
freezing. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you for joining, by the way.
And her cosplay hilarious. I like made a whole other video. I'm like, dude,
right.
honestly,
Yeah.
so funny.
I just saw them pop by. I just wanted to say hi too, but thank you for joining too. Yeah, it's but Zorro is like that's really the story of Zorro, and like even the vet was like, look, we won't charge you anything. Like we can put them down if needed. And my mom was like, hell no, like we're taking them back. Like lack of meow at all. Yeah, it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. Like unironically. So yeah, that's why I do have the Zorro ring is or the fox ring. He was a little fox at the time, kind of sprawling. We were suggesting names, and we're like. We said Zorro, and he just comes flying out of nowhere. Like, all right, makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
One Piece
So
Zorro.
how old is he now?
13 and a half? Yeah. That's the halves. That's how close I am. Yeah. Yeah. He's forever a kitten to me. Like, he'll always be my little, I call him my piglet kitten because the respiratory infection, he does, like, breathe a little heavily, and it sounds like a piglet grunting, sort of. Or, yeah. Yeah. So cute.
It's crazy because, like, when you mentioned that he had a respiratory. Oh no, hold on. Oh, okay. It was like
Okay.
your life is ending. I was like, Okay. When you mentioned like the respiratory disease, so my cat also had it, and because you mentioned that he wasn't meowing for a while, and I'm like, oh, that kind of makes sense with mine because for some reason mine like randomly started meowing, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I wonder if that's
Like,
like
later on in life, though, right? Like, they open up their mouth. Yeah. It's straight. Like, eventually they'll
he
get
asks
back.
for food.
Yeah, exactly. Meows all the time. Won't shut up, and I love it. I want to hear that meow for the rest of my life. It's yeah, but it was endearing. Like I thought it was so cute too. Just like him being like a year old and still like not being able to like really a couple of years old and just would open his mouth and you wouldn't hear anything. So um, cats, I love all animals. I mean, miss my dog, but I've always sort of been like a little closer with the cats I've had, just because I feel like there's like a sense of like earned trust and compassion. Whereas I mean, dogs are love on day one, and I again love all animals. But there's something about Zorro. I don't know. Yeah, soulmates.
What time does he wake you up for food?
I moved away, so my mom takes care of that. But typically now he sleeps in my room when the dogs are back. He'll go at like 7 a.m. and then immediately to my bed, or the attic. He loves sleeping in the attic, but he'll go in my bed and just like he has to sleep right next to me. Like if I like roll over, he's offended, and it has to be up against me. Yeah. Um,
Huh?
I'll definitely tell. I'll do pets for everyone. Every comment, I'll give him a pet. Yeah, it's he might like. I told my family, I'm like, after you guys are done like wrapping presents, if Zorro wants to come out of the like behind the washing machine, I'm like, you bring him right up. We'll have him in here. Like I need to watch him anyway. He needs to get away from the dogs. I'm like, yeah, it's get him up here ASAP. But if he joins, he joins. But yeah, he's the best. I don't know. I love cats. I wish I could bring him to the city, but
Would you get another, like, to be a companion with
so
Zoro?
I've thought about this a lot. No, he's witnessed some family go over time, but I with Zorro, I gotta be honest. I think this is pretty much it for cats for me. I think it's like I love him so much, and it's gonna be like a devastating time when he eventually passes. And I'm gonna have to like rediscover how to deal with grief. But I think the only thing that would make me want to get cats again is like, and I love them. It's just yeah, it's a hole in my heart that'll like never fully recover when it happens. It's just I would have to go for rescues, like ones that like really needed a home, like really needed love, like or one that I personally would rescue off the street, just like we did for Zorro. Like if I ever came across that, no doubt about it, I'm taking them in. Yeah, it's I think it's fair, right? Like it's yeah, it's you lose something that close, and it's hard to recover, right? With animals, it's kind of like you're signing up for 10 or so of the best years of your life with them. Unique, but fleeting, unfortunately.
Yeah.
What a shame.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I know.
But on a
Oh,
happier
that's
note,
horrible.
yeah.
Yeah. Uh, at least he gets love.
Yes, yes, yes.
Love.
Yours as well. I love.
Okay.
They're perfect. They're perfect little creatures. Zoro live forever. Exactly.
Uh,
So you can go anywhere.
yeah. Oh, we got a
Time is
person
an
for
illusion.
300. All right. Oh wait, I think we. Oh yeah,
We
did you ever find out about? Yeah, we did this one. All
But I'll
right.
reiterate,
Yeah,
I loved it. Yeah.
yeah. His boss's daughter. Was it your boss or just your coworker?
It was my coworker in an adjacent position. Yeah, his daughter. Like, I mean, he was on TikTok. He's actually like legitimately the first couple of days. It's hilarious because he'd be in the comments like, "That's my boy Brian. I work with him." I'm like, "What are you doing here?" In these comments, it's like a bunch of like thirsty comments, and it's like, "Let's go, Brian." I'm
Oh
like,
my
it's so funny. What is he doing? I'm an engineer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's so funny. A sea of like ridiculous comments. Yeah, they
god!
said so.
Next question. It's like that's my boy Brian.
Yeah, that's my boy Brian. Let's go. I work with him. Yeah, I'm kind of not over it. Like, it's yeah, it's so funny. I love him. Yeah.
That's so good. Oh wait, I think we got some. Anime and gaming for 400.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's right. Love and Deepspace is a game. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, saw that you had a Twitch. Told
Oh my
you.
god.
What did you stream?
Okay.
And then did you play Roblox or Fortnite? And then somebody did mention like if you're open to streaming that, seems like you'd have some viewers.
So I would
Oh yeah.
consider it sometime down the line. Oh, and the Sephiroth cosplay. Okay, we got a lot to this run, right? So I streamed beginning of no, it's fine. I love having a lot. Yeah, it's a lot to work with, so it's good. I streamed at the beginning of COVID. I streamed for like 8 months, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Long 8 months too. It was and it was a blast. Like I absolutely loved it. It was one of the most. I made the most of COVID. I feel. It really was a blast. My friend and I, my best friend, Dami Kosa is his Twitch handle, and he's also Dami Kosa on Instagram, I believe. Um, we would stream together a lot, and we kind of made like a mutual agreement during COVID. We would see nobody but each other and our families. Like it was fantastic. So that was it. Like full agreement, honored it. We'd go on walks together. That was it.
Oh, that's
Yeah, yeah. I love. They're a second family. Like I'm gonna be at their house tomorrow, I'm sure. But it was a blast. I streamed a lot of things. I actually like, believe it or not, Smash Ultimate. Like I peaked GSP wise, like right their ranking system. I was like top 0.1% in the world. Like I play like against the top players all the time.
oh,
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, it's one of those things like it's hard. At the time, it was hard to remain humble. Like I definitely am really good at Smash. I mean, Cloud and Sephiroth is like an all. Yeah, yeah. Cloud. I know. I love Final Fantasy.
yeah, Cloud Girl.
Yeah, you're a Cloud
Love
girl?
Cloud.
Okay, okay.
Mhm.
It's good taste, good taste. I mean, he's fantastic. It's I did a lot of that. I eventually League of Legends. Yeah, it's but I streamed a lot of variety. I got into horror. I would do that. Like horror would be like once a month, and I actually liked it a lot. Like the Resident Evil franchise is fantastic. I have tried to get my friend to cosplay like Chris, and I would do Leon. It's yeah. I'm a very oh my god, I would love to battle Cherry. But yeah, I would
Yeah, that was so fun. That should
yeah.
be a thing.
It's we did a lot of variety, but I'd also like do a lot of like stupid humor. I'm a big into like I do like waifu wars, and I just make like stupid presentations. I make basically PowerPoint presentations in Microsoft Paint, and my chat would like go nuts for it. It would be like literally like I created brackets for voting on who the number one waifu and number one like husbando was at the time, and we would go nuts for
Who
it.
won at that time?
Okay, Asami Sato won from Korra, and that's I think in retaliation. I remember the Husbando Wars was like the biggest blood. I felt like I created a bunch of monsters. Like everyone hated each other after it. It was like because we had sections. I would section it off. It was like cartoons, anime, games, and comics, right? And it was not bad,
Oh.
right? Not bad.
Oh my gosh, you got a full on Sweet 16 going on too.
Oh my god, it was a massive bracket. It took hours, and we'd vote on it, and it was Claude from Fire Emblem. I'm a big Fire Emblem fan. I would love to cosplay Dimitri, by the way. That's like a dream one. Time skip one. But it was Claude from Fire Emblem versus Bolin from Korra, and Bolin wound up winning that. And it was a bloodbath because it was like Bolin beat Kakashi before that, so people were voting against him in retaliation. I'm telling you, animals, animals. The Bolin Kakashi upset was like
Yeah, that is
bad blood after that. Like, who would you vote for?
something. Kakashi!
That's what I'm
You
saying.
gotta stay loyal. Come
Gotta
on.
stay, yeah, gotta stay loyal. But Bolin. This is like the Bolin Kakashi. It was like another day that will live on in infamy. Like I've never seen like a bloodbath like that. I'm like, and people were like, no, I get.
We created here.
Yeah, yeah. I was responsible for a war. Really, it wasn't a battle. It was called like preposterous series of unfortunate events going on in that chat that day. But then Asami pretty much swept. I think she was like up against Tifa and then there was yeah, whatever that was. It was a really close one. But yeah, the Kakashi Bolin, I can't stress enough. Like I felt like I had to really keep it in control. Like it was devastating.
Damn.
But yeah,
Start
streamed a lot.
those back up.
What's oh yeah, oh yeah.
Start those back. Start more wars.
It's I can't even imagine if like Gojo were there now too. Like just having it would
Oh yeah.
Kakashi versus Gojo, I'm sure would have been a thing. But this is like right before JJK was big.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So stream-wise though, we did a lot together. We collabed a lot. Did a lot. We raised some money. I know I'd collab with my friend Demiko. So we raised a lot of money for like trans rights and whatnot. Like several trans groups. I think in New York. That was a big one. He or LGBTQIA plus like groups really forming, especially centered around like mental health for them. That was a big like the subathons or whatever we did. It was yeah. I remember we just drink and do whatever and try to get as much coming in as possible. And I was right there. It was honestly a blast. My mom would come in, she'd sit down and drink with us, and we talk to chat. It was they loved Mom Char. Yeah, yeah. Mom Char was fun. But yeah, it was fun. It just eventually started to feel like a second job, and I swapped jobs at the time, so I had to really focus on it. It was yeah, engineering that year was crazy as it was this year, but it was I would do it again. I would need to settle in a bit more and get things a bit set up and have sort of my industry settle down a bit. Um,
Mm.
but it yeah, I love it. I miss it. I talk about it all the time with my friends. Like I remember it so fondly. But it's I made the most of COVID. I could like comfortably say that. You know, a rough time, but I'd like to think that I like entertained and brought happiness throughout. Like yeah,
And
one
like I kind
we
of
were all in this together, really. Yeah, right. Like um, that was the purpose. At the end of the day, it was to entertain, and I say same thing with this contest, and I think we had fun. But on to Sephiroth. I love.
yeah, I saw that cosplay.
Yeah, the wig was a bit much. It was that was kind of like one of my like Sephiroth was hilarious because I made Masamune like that. It took like 30 hours, and I had like, yeah, it was a fun one. It was the first time I made a sword. My dad was like, "What the hell are you doing in here?" As there's like a 6.5 foot sword. I'm like, "Dad, I need help." It's like, "All right." Um, and I'm like going down escalators and like hanging over the side as I'm like passing out, and people are having to duck underneath it. Um, yeah, I love Sephiroth. I love Final Fantasy. It's so cool. Sephiroth's so cool. Everyone's so cool. Clive Rosfield's so cool. I can go on and on. That's Vincent. Yeah. Cloud, my
Oh,
yeah, Cloud, my Smash man.
oh my god. You know what? Underrated. My underrated fave. Red 13. Man.
I
I
love
leveled him up
Red.
higher than Cloud. I
I
was like,
love
screw you.
my
Love Red
party.
13.
Wait, so who's your
Uh,
party typically? Like, did you? Because
oh
mine
yeah,
was.
it's Cloud, Red 13, and I don't know if it was Vincent. Vincent.
Oh my god, that's my fist bump.
Yeah,
That's right.
let's go.
We were the same.
Know
We were
what's
the
up?
same. We were the same. It's
Yup.
if Charity Cloud
Yup.
was Sephiroth, I would love to bring Sephiroth back though. Yeah, I would love to. Reno's cool. I like. I mean, also I'm not even 14. Emmett Selk, all time character, the best villain in all of Final Fantasy, or your money back. Like I promise. Um, Emmett Selk is like I promise you the best written villain in all of Final Fantasy. Like I think that's like not a hot take at all. Actually, it's I love him. Yeah, it's look into him. Go down the rabbit hole if you're not familiar. Yeah, please. It's do yourself a favor. It's a lot of like it's a lot if you didn't play the game, but he's like steals the show really.
Ooh.
But yeah, maybe we'll bring Sephiroth back and we could meet up. Yeah, it's I would like to. I would like to sort of refine it. It was exhausting for the day. It's hard when you're wearing like the cat or snake eye like contacts and they sort of like tilt to the side, so I'd have to get weighted ones. But yeah. Do you have a
Did you
favorite?
play Final Fantasy 8? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, well, do you have a favorite final? Like, I know you say like Cloud, of course, and Red. But do you have like a favorite villain through Final Fantasy?
Villain?
Yeah.
I'm like, I like Cloud when we had to fight him at Kingdom Hearts. Like,
Oh,
I was like,
okay.
is
All
that
right.
Cloud? And like, I
I was
literally
Kingdom Hearts
whiplash.
guy.
I was like, that can't be him.
I was a Kingdom Hearts guy. Yeah, it's that really
Yeah.
like Kingdom Hearts. By the way, like really shapes people if you play it from a young age. Like I feel like right, like it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah. We're different.
I was gonna say like we're a little different. Like, and I wasn't even as into it as like my friends, but I was very into it. I love Axel, like Marluxia. Yeah,
Oh,
right. They're so
God.
hot. Like it's they're a vibe.
The 358 over 2? Oh,
Yeah,
God.
they know what they're doing with characters. I gotta say that Square Enix team. Yeah, it's they know how to design characters. It's
Mm.
plot. You know,
Yeah, I think those are my.
that's a different story, but
Yeah.
um. Yeah, no, it's I do love it. Kingdom Hearts. We'll consider Cloud one. It's FF adjacent.
Okay. Mhm.
Still a few more.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 left. Let's go.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
doing perfect. We're doing
Take
perfect.
your picks, people. Only got 8 left to go. Give me my money. Beachar, give me my money. Do you like that pun, by the way? I really tried.
Yeah, I do a lot actually. Teacher, give me my money.
If you had a free day with no obligations, aka a day off, like for real, how
For
would
real.
you spend it?
Um, that's got to be. Do my friends have obligations as well?
Hmm?
Would my friends
I
have
don't know.
obligations as well, or is this just like can they join in?
Oh,
Can they join in?
yeah, they're free too. Yep.
Okay, the perfect day. I wake up. Um, it's a lazy one too. I'm sleeping in. I'm more of a night owl. I definitely gonna work out. I'm inviting them over for Pokemon, and I we call it like steak and mon night. Cook a ton of steaks for them. They don't even have to do it. We cook a ton of steaks and play Pokemon Stadium too, and it's the best time. Which by the way, I spent all of like my friends and I would do this over the course of like a year or two. Pokemon Stadium 2 is preposterously difficult, so it took us like a year to build to beat it. Steak and Mon Night is like the most fun era of my life. I yeah, that's how I remember 2023. Um, yeah, big cook. So we got our like we just that's how I would do it. Honestly, that's how it. Yeah, a day with no obligations. That's it. Invite as many people over for steak and Mon Night. Yeah.
Wow. There you go. And you're cooking all the steaks, of course.
Yeah, for sure. We'll sous
Alright.
vide, reverse sear. We'll get the stovetop going for some
Yeah.
pan. Yeah, we'll do it all. Barbecue.
Dude, I'm just like air fry. Like, I don't
You
know.
can, whatever. Yeah, but we mix it up. Yeah,
Nice. Okay. Oh, we got only these left. All right, take your picks, people.
take some pics.
I
Also,
mean,
birthdays.
worst case scenario, go down the line. Dude, we still haven't hit the damn daily double. I've been like preparing for that.
I hope it's like the last one. Then that'd be a good cherry on top.
That would be hilarious,
Yeah.
and that would be a great way to end. Actually, come on, people.
August
Anime 100. Yay! Let's go. What did I write here? Oh, who or what got you into cosplaying? Duh.
Okay.
The easy one.
So here we go. My friends, we call them the Weeb Club, but specifically, I would say Sal, Danny Costa, the one I streamed with, and also Christina Wynn, who's in the comments, Little Sailors.
What's
They definitely got me in 2018. Basically, the story as it goes is, all right, you ready? I had never been to a convention before, and I'd always been interested. And NYCC is the same month as Halloween, and that year I was going as Steve from Blue's Clues for Halloween.
I heard that was your. Was that your first one? First one?
That was my first
Wow.
ever, and oh my god, I wouldn't have it any other way. Like Steve Burns is like my round one pick one icon. Like he's my hero. Like you don't understand. Like it's like him, Mr. Rogers, and Bob Ross. They got me through college, 2 a.m. every test. Like you don't understand. I am such a big fan of those three. Like shaped my life.
Somebody needs to make this work. Like somebody please like screen cap this or whatever, or like tag Steve or something. Please, that would be wild.
It cannot be understated how much like how grateful I am that all those three exist. Like the world is just an objectively better place like with them in it. I can't regardless. Steve I want to do, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna bring Comic-Con's like more of an eclectic like multimedia sort of vibe, right? It's not just comics, everything's there. It's almost become a bit Halloween-y, but I'm like, we'll do this because I'm not really sure about the vibe. Like we'll get in like something I'm comfortable with. And then
Right, yeah, and the first time too. So.
yeah. It's like something like that I can engage with. Like it's people know recognizability is a factor, and I had a blast
Right.
like right away. I had my handy dandy notebook, my jumbo stripe crayons. I gave people clues, right, like post-it note clues. I'd smack them. Yeah, I was all in on it. There's a video of me. I got into a dance circle, and next thing I know, I'm like dancing next to Dwight Schrute. It's the highlight. The handy dandy notebook was chaotic, but I had so many moms that day being like, "Hey, like if you don't mind, like could you do like a little video? Like I'm gonna FaceTime like my kid, or I'll like get a video. Like could you say hi?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's their name?" Like I know the songs, all right, like the Planet song. Well, the song's
Oh
out.
my God.
Three's hot too.
Full
Yeah.
on dedication.
Oh, for sure. We're method actors here. So we had that. We had Mail Time, right? The So Long song. I knew it all. I still know it all. It's not going anywhere. I'm doing these FaceTimes. I'm like addressing them like it's all these kids. I'm handing out my like handy dandy notebook to them, right, so that they could like draw on it with jumbo stripe crayons. I go back the next day, I'm looking at it. The moms put their numbers in it. You know, it's, a lot of phallic imagery too. All right, so
Oh my gosh!
I'm like, this isn't the foods I know.
Oh
Yeah, I went back and there were like numbers. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, yeah,
my.
this is not
I was one of the.
your moms. It's, it's, this hat,
It's so good.
I could probably prove it too. I'm not going to, but it's yeah, it's I can't hide it. But no, I still have the handy dandy notebook. Like a lot of image. Not yeah. People went a bit nuts at it. I can't deny. I give them their choice of color too, between green, blue, red, and whatever. Yeah, purple. It was a blast. Oh my god. It like it was. I will say though, I had so much fun with it that it really did like shape my costumes going forward. Where I realized like the magic of cosplay is like interacting and immersing fans, right? And especially when like kids who go can like relate to it, like immersion, especially with the creativity and imagination of like someone when you're younger, right? It's like about like making them have fun and like right, like encouraging their like actual interests and their hobbies, right? Especially when like we know how anime like you can get bullied for growing up, or at least that's how it was with me. I know it's a bit more mainstream right now, but like it was different growing up, right? So you want to like encourage it, make them feel comfortable and immersed, like they are actually like meeting a character, almost like Disney, right? With those Gaston actors we all see. Um, so I do think that heavily shaped it. Where I did like Joseph Joestar the next year and Gojo now, where it's like these goofball characters who might be attractive, but like at the end of the day, you can have fun with it. So Steve, maybe less I guess objectively attractive from society. He was more of like a yeah, you know, could be goofy with it, a little cutesy, but still on the spectrum, right? The Steve Burns from Blue's Clues to Gojo pipeline is a real thing apparently. Yeah, yeah. It's a
Someone
real.
is going to find that clip now of you as like Steve, and then you as Joestar, and then you as
Yeah.
Gojo, and oh my.
It's so ridiculous. The transition. It's I'm glad they all exist. That's all I can say. It's quite the resume. Yeah. But that's how it happened. I had a blast because of them. I love conventions now. I think they're great. The kids really make it. Like it sounds stereotypical or whatever, but it's true. Like it's really fun to actually immerse people in it from any age, really. Yeah.
That's a wild, yeah, as Cherry said, that is a wild lore. Would not have expected.
Do you cosplay?
Um, um, like I
Yeah.
like doing casual cosplay
Okay.
because I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't. Or at least maybe like next year I'm gonna buy a full on Zayn cosplay for my fiance,
Oh my.
and then I'm gonna do Zayn and MC. Yeah,
Do
but
they know who
hopefully.
Zane is? Like surely by now, right? Surely you've
Oh
dropped.
yeah. I like every time I'm like, oh my god. He's like, what are you watching? I'm like, oh, it's a Zayn video.
Right? It's like indulge me, please, once. Yeah, Zane video. It's Zane. Yeah, you've accepted him into your throuple now. It's yeah, it's there's always room for Zane.
Exactly.
Yeah.